Jordan Peterson famously said, "If you live your life as if God existed, your life would be better." But which God? The tyrant king in the sky who gets angry if you don't worship him? I don't buy that. That version of God never made sense to me. But what if we redefined God? What if we stripped away the magic and looked at the concept of God through the lens of physics, biology, and psychology? When I did that, everything suddenly clicked. I realized that obeying God is actually just obeying the laws of reality. In this episode, I'm giving you the 10 Commandments 2.0, a practical guide to finding your purpose without the supernatural confusion. Welcome back to the Truth Seeker podcast. If you missed the first episode, go back and listen to Your Life Has a Purpose, Science Proves It. Because today we're building on that episode. And we're taking the science and applying it to the most confusing topic in human history, religion. Why talk about religion? Well, because I'm seeing a rise in religion lately, and that usually happens when people are desperate. Look, it took me a long time to finally understand what religion truly is. If someone had told me what I'm about to tell you, it would have saved me years of confusion. We all know the downside of organized religion, the blind faith, the corruption, politicians using God's will to start wars. I'm a practical guy. I like logic, I like science, but I'm not going to dismiss religion as nonsense. I think that would be a mistake. You don't throw away thousands of years of human wisdom and history just because some of it is outdated. So let's fix the definitions. Most people imagine God as a character, a king sitting on a cloud. But where is he sitting really? Why is he hiding from us? If he wants to guide us, why write a book in an ancient language that requires a translator and making that book so confusing and causing a lot of conflicts between human beings? It feels inefficient. Back in the day, silent films told powerful stories without a single word spoken. So those filmmakers were, in a way, more creative than this version of God because they found a universal language. So here's the reframe. I think we should stop looking at God as a character, as a conscious being. I think we should look at God as a concept. So if we replace the word God with the laws of physics, biology, and psychology, suddenly it all aligns. When somebody says, "Is God everywhere?" Well, yes, because gravity and biology are everywhere. Is God all powerful? Yes. Try fighting gravity. Try to go against the laws of physics. You will lose. Is God all knowing? Yes, the universe sees everything because the universe is everything. So, what does it mean to obey God? It means living in harmony with reality. If you try to live against the laws of biology or psychology, you will live a miserable life. The ancient call that hell. If you live in flow with these laws, you minimize friction and you find peace. They call that heaven. It's just that humans are story-driven creatures. We love characters. So over thousands of years, we turned the laws of nature into a character named God. And this changes everything. Think about prophets. Who were they? I think they were simply the scientists of their day. They studied the patterns of the world, figured out what worked, and wrapped those lessons in stories so people would remember them. What about angels? In this context, angels are scientific instruments. A telescope is an angel. It brings messages from the heavens. A microscope is an angel. It reveals the hidden life within us. A scale is an angel. It tells the truth about weight without judgment. And what about demons? Demons are simply germs, viruses, and basically the unexplained disease. They can't be seen, yet they possess you. They make you sick. When someone sneezed back then, they said, "God bless you," because only the laws of nature or God could save them from the invisible demon, which is the virus. What about the devil? So the devil is also the characterization of the temptation to cut corners. It's the urge to cheat, to steal, to hurt others to get what we want faster. The prophets warned us. If you choose the devil, which is the shortcut, you might get a reward now, but the accumulation of these bad choices will catch up to you. You will create a reality so miserable that you are basically living in hell. And so they meant hell as a result, and it's a life that happens here on earth. But if you choose God, which is hard work, patience, consistency, you build a life that is fulfilled. You reach heaven. So heaven and hell were concepts meant to happen on earth. Once you see religion this way, as a guide to navigating reality, you unlock so much wisdom, but you have to filter out the corruption and the fairy tale. So using this framework, using the universe and reality as my guide, I have rewritten the rules. I call these the 10 Commandments 2.0. These are 10 practical tasks to help you achieve the purpose we talked about in episode 1, making life worth reproducing. But unfortunately, the modern world that we live in today is designed in a way that doesn't really help us. In fact, it actually makes it harder for us to achieve our purpose. The first commandment: accept your nature. Recognize your strengths and weaknesses. Do your best to improve, but accept who you are. Don't live in denial. The challenge: today we live in a consumer system and it runs on your insecurity. Ads tell you you're broken so they can sell you the fix. Social media shows you fake lies so you feel behind. You can't find purpose if you're living in denial of your own nature. Second commandment: take care of your body. Eat real food. Move, manage stress. The challenge: real food is now a luxury item. We are fed processed garbage that makes us sick, and the healthcare system profits from managing that sickness. We are worked so hard that by the time we get home, we have no energy left to move. We just scroll to escape. Commandment number 3: travel. Go on adventures. Have fun. I mean, after all, you gotta have fun. The challenge: we are lucky if we get 2 weeks off a year. And even if we do, everything looks the same now. McDonald's in Paris, Starbucks in Tokyo. The world is becoming corporate copy-paste. It's the same everywhere you go. Commandment number 4: be valuable to your community, your family, friends, and neighbors. The challenge: what community? We don't have time for friends anymore. We're isolated units working harder than ever just to survive. Commandment number 5: true charity. Charity isn't about being nice. It's a pressure relief valve. It relieves tension between the rich and the poor so the system doesn't explode. The challenge: we replace charity with inefficient, heartless welfare system. It removes the human connection. We think paying taxes is enough while the debt keeps rising and the connection keeps fading. Commandment number 6: have true friends you can count on. The challenge: we are divided over basic reality. People are fighting over definitions of gender and basic biology. This confusion is by design, by the way. It keeps us fighting each other instead of fixing the system. Commandment number 7: find true love. But don't rush it. Follow your intuition. The challenge: modern dating is broken. People treat relationships like shopping. You can't find true love if you haven't done task number 1 or task number 4, which is accepting yourself and being valuable to your community. Love is real, but it requires a foundation. Commandment number 8: leave something behind, children or ideas. The challenge: children have become a luxury good. They are a financial burden. Then we send them to schools that train them to be insecure, obedient workers. I used to think, why bring kids to this world? And I was right. This system is barely worth reproducing, but that is why we have to fix it. Commandment number 9: don't hurt other people in the process of achieving your own purpose. The challenge: when the world feels like dog eat dog out there, stepping on your coworker feels like survival. Scams feel like smart business. When you feel screwed over, you feel justified in screwing others. Commandment number 10: protect all form of life. The challenge? We are cheering for the death of humans just because they disagree with us politically. We are wiping out nature by cutting down trees. We're polluting the environment. And now, big tech is racing to build artificial general intelligence that could replace us entirely. That's crazy. We've all seen this movie before. I mean, literally. So, to summarize the Ten Commandment 2.0, I'm going to briefly list them again so you can compare them with the traditional Ten Commandments and see which ones are more useful. So, number one, accept your nature. Number two, take care of your body. Number three, travel, go on adventures, have fun. Number four, be valuable to your community. Number five, true charity. Number six, have true friends you can count on. Number seven, find true love. Number eight, leave something behind. Number nine, don't hurt others in the process. Number 10, protect all forms of life. So those are the tasks, but as you can see, the game is rigged against us. I'm going to talk about how the real world works in the next episode. There are 5 rules that we have to understand about the mechanism of the world before we attempt to fix it. If you want to help this podcast, please like and subscribe and also leave a comment. It will send a signal to the algorithm to push this podcast to more people. You've been listening to the Truth Seeker podcast. Thank you so much for your support, and I'll see you in the next episode.